yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio. You know what we doing, supporting indie artists. DJ Shad, Mr. Catch Ray, got the cup of Henny charging. Out the margin with the topic of discussion. Money talk, we here to fuss, and then they keep the special guests coming. Shad got the mute button, Chris got the drop. In the studio, they get it out the pot. Yeah, they play the videos, let them know how to knock. What up? Number one podcast, two kings, they claim the top spot. Take it to the next stop, get your merch at the rec shop. Swerving all lanes, got no time for the rest stop. No vest needed, intellectual bullets, get your head shot. From Spanish braids to dreadlocks, we here for the people. Did it from finals with needles, can't play hard if you Kegels. Looking for my ring like I'm Schmeagol, here for the bread like a seagull. Warring for the flow, it's illegal. Everything out the vein, let it bleed through. Checking when you coming, cause we see you. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio. We in the studio, the studio. We in the studio, yeah, we in the studio.
Everybody needs to tune in to In the Studio with the RecBoys.
RecBoys. I'm tapping with my guys, the RecBoys. You should tap in too.
In the studio.
RecBoys. What's goody, my peoples? You already know what it is. DJ RecBoy Shop, Mr. Catch Rec. We are the RecBoys, and we got a dope show lined up for you. But we're shaking, homie. How you feeling?
Good. You already know, bro. Bless. Yo, you got so hype you created a fucking echo and it went away. That was crazy. That was an effect you didn't even know you had.
Nah, I know. But yo, listen, happy belated birthday.
Good looking.
First and foremost, everybody who's tuned in, wish my homie a happy belated birthday. You know, I'm not gonna reveal his age. The nigga is officially old. He's officially old though. But this is my guy. I love him to death. But how was your Father's Day, homie?
It was good, man. It was good. Me and wifey snuck away and shit. You know what I mean? Went to the spa and shit. First time we went, some shit like that. She was dope.
Nice. No, Father's Day was dope. I hope everybody had a good, happy, safe Father's Day. I hope all the fathers was with their kids, you know. But other than that, man, I was just chilling, man. You know, I had a nice week. You know, I really missed the show though. You know, I was kind of upset. Bunky show got canceled, and then finally TV got canceled. And I'm like, oh man, what's going on? But guess who's not canceling? Us. You know, we got a dope show lined up. No, I'm being serious because yo, listen, it be like that sometimes. We had to cancel sometimes, and it sucks.
Yeah. Shit is crazy. You put in that work, and then something happened unexpectedly and all that. But yo, what you think about the new setup and shit? I was forced.
I like that. Nah, I like
got the little. Ooh, you see what's floating in the back?
Yeah, I see that. Yo, listen, I need to don't show that too much because my wife is gonna be on me about booking flights, and I'm trying to chill right now, my nigga. I'm trying to chill. But
you gotta wait because I'm gonna build a shed in the back, and I'm gonna put the studio, build a little like 16 by 12 shed, and put the studio with the podcast joint in there. So
yo, my nigga, don't just say you building a studio. Don't put my shit in the shed, my nigga. I'm not going in the shed.
It's gonna look like a little house outside. Bro.
All right, so you building a little studio.
I don't gotta get permits. It's a shed.
No. Okay, got you. Okay, I got you. But what's up? You want to jump into the show? You want to get into it?
Yeah, this one right here, man. I ain't even gonna front. I've been trying to get this interview for a minute. So we had him on shit. It had to be like what, 2.5 years ago?
Yeah, we didn't even have him on though. He was part of a collective show. So
he was part of but he was a part of the Blast Your Beast joint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When we had Amadeus on, and he showed his ass that night.
Nah, he showed out. Yo, listen, Quiet as Kept, he was my dark horse winner to win it all. Like I had the privilege of listening to all the. Well, we both did, you know, because we screened it that time. But I told Chris like, I don't know how the rest of these niggas is gonna compete.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You know?
It was crazy because it was a bunch of different styles, they each did something different to try to edge each other, which was dope. You know what I mean? So y'all know we talking about, man. We talking about Tytan music. He's a musician, a DJ, which I didn't know, which I should have knew because I seen him go live DJing crazy. Engineer, producer, studio owner. So I'm gonna say business owner. You know what I mean? And he works at multiple other locations. So when I'm telling, and he just graduated, got his degree in engineering and all that. So when I'm telling you the man with multiple hats, you know what I'm saying? But he's always wearing the Yankee fitted, but it's different ones every time, people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Talking about Tytan music.
Yeah, let's get into it. You already know. What's shaking, homie? How you feeling?
Yo, happy to be here, y'all. It's a pleasure.
Nice. All right, let's get into it. The last time we saw you was Blast Your Beats. I really thought you were gonna walk away with it, especially when your very last track, when you had the 2 chicks on it.
Yeah.
I thought, yo, listen, is that track out?
No, that's something that me and the Pedestrians kind of put together. I was down in the city with Hatch, with Jay Hatch, at one of his producer events, and that's where I met them, and we collabed, and that was one of the beats that I sent them, and they did their thing on it, and to my surprise, they went ahead without me even asking, just finish the song. So it's a complete song, but it's not out anywhere. It's just it's just something that we have in the stash. But yeah, man, that was good for like networking and something like that. Though.
Well, listen, I need that. Send the track.
Yeah,
I want to hear it. I want to hear how it's finished because just the vibe that you guys cooked up and it was unfinished had me on like 100. So I like the vibe, and I definitely want to hear how it finished up. But real quick, enough about us talking about you. Tell the people who you are and why we got you on the show, homie.
I go by Tytan Music, producer, engineer. I have DJ'd in the past. Don't do too much anymore. Musician for over 20 years, mostly piano. I started on drums back in high school, but piano's my main instrument. Engineer, most recently. I'll get into that backstory about how I became an engineer a bit later. But studio owner of late. Everything music, man. Music's my passion, so I kind of do as much like facets of music as I possibly can.
Dope. How you get started in the music? Like, what brings you into the music world? Besides,
I got a musical family, man. It started from when I was young. I remember being in my mom's house, playing pots and pans. You know what I'm saying? Early in the early days when I was young, and then, going to church. My family is like Seventh-day Adventist, so they worship on Saturday as opposed to Sunday.
Gotcha.
So we used to go there, and my mom is a classically trained pianist. And just over the years, she taught me a little bit. I remember she taught me this little run back in the day years ago, and that's where it really started for me. But then I went to high school and I jumped right to drums. I don't even know how that happened because like from the time I was playing on pots and pans to the time I started playing in high school, I didn't really have any time to learn or anything between. I just kind of, how it is when you got a gift of music or something like that. Go with that. So high school, I started playing in the jazz band, played in the regular band, and just got really good at drums, man. And then a friend of mine, who's another musician, who's a drummer, came to the same school, Gipsy High School at that point. And he was better at drums than I was. So I was like, you know what? I got to learn something new so we can kind of, just jam out, whatever. And I started remembering the little run that my mom taught me years back. And I kind of just started learning, back in those days, YouTube wasn't all that for like, tutorials, you can go on YouTube nowadays, learn anything. But back in those days, nobody's really using that. So
you had to really, really do it to learn.
You had to do it. You had to experiment. You had to learn from other musicians that were better than you. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up. I paid my dues when it comes to piano playing, man. Years and years of playing in church, going through people saying, kicking me off the organ. You know what I mean? Because I was young. I mean, yo, that's how it is, man. Like, if you don't know how to play the song, they'd be like, especially in the church world, they'd be like, yo, you know this song, Doc? That's like their favorite word. You know this song, Doc? And if I don't know it, I don't play it like Brooklyn or Bronx or wherever, wherever I'm at, they're gonna kick me off and be like, yo, I got this. So I had to go through that for years until I got to the point where, I gained my respect as a musician. And
so let me ask you this: you said you got a musical family. So were you forced to play music, or was that something you wanted to do yourself?
Nah, I wasn't forced. It just naturally happened, man. I mean, like my uncles, they both of them sing. My other uncle lives in Atlanta. He plays piano as well. My mom plays piano. Even my grandmother plays a little bit of piano. You know what I'm saying? It was just like all around it. And I was always mostly around like jazz and like gospel music. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy because from your style of producing, it gets hints of it, but it's like more like you gotta get into that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So,
Jay Arroyo said he got a Titan joint in the stash that we better get one.
Yeah. I did some work with Jay. Yeah. Shout out to Jay.
Yellow Pound Cake said she just recorded with you a few weeks back.
Yeah.
Nice. They tuned in. They watching. That's what's up. We just had Pound Cake on, Yellow Pound Cake, a couple weeks back. We got to get her back on. We were having technical difficulties that night. Yeah, but she's super dope. Like, not to shy away from your light, but she's been doing some things, and she's really she's evolving. So that shit is super dope. But my cousins played the drums at church.
Yeah,
dude, it's a different type of vibe when you're a drummer at church. Like these little niggas, man, I love them to death. Nah, but it was like, they could do whatever they wanted because they could play the fucking drums, dude. like real talk, and it was nice though.
Tell them why you
listen, my cousin will be playing, and my uncle was the minister, and my aunt was the minister, and then he'll sneak in like the drums from Bonita Applebum.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, how is he getting away with this? And then my uncle would just give him the eye, and then he'll go back into the, while he's preaching. And I was always fascinated by drums. And I think that's what probably got me into actually producing. I didn't have nobody pushing me towards like musical instruments in school. My thing was like, the park, the ball, the park. You get what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure.
It's crazy how church musicians and music in the outside world, like that's not gospel, always like influences each other. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll hear it in a lot of like R&B records. You know what I'm saying? You'll hear a lot of gospel chords, a lot of gospel references, melodies, and then in the church, just like you said, I used to do that too, man. I'm playing the keys.
See
some. Or some Mary J or something, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
And only a few people in the congregation knew exactly what you was doing. And then you get the side eye by the minister, like, okay, boy, now cut it out now. Like get back to the swing. Back to the swing. So it's dope, man.
So that's my next question. How do you go from musician to producing? Was that the transition there, or was DJ? What was the next transition from musician for you?
Well, actually, I was a musician, and then I started working with Zilla. That's where I met. That's back in the day where I met Zilla and Hatch, and I started really working with them. And at that time, I was just learning. I really didn't know, how to put a song together, like producing wise. You know what I'm saying? So it was in the early days, and I started working with him. And shout out to Zilla. You know what I'm saying? He definitely, I learned a lot from him, man. I learned a lot as far as being a producer, I have to say, you know what I'm saying, over the years. Just how to arrange a song or arrange just an instrumental or a beat. I had to go through that where I was putting anything and everything, as all my ideas that I had,
In one beat. Yeah, I know you talking about. Yeah.
Musician, I've tried to put everything in there. You know what I'm saying? And working with him, I started to learn that, you know, the number one lesson that I learned all these years being a musician and producer is less is more. If you talk to any of the OG producers, musicians, they always say one thing, like less is more. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of transitioned. I started working with Zilla, you know, when he had his studio in his crib. And then, you know, he branched out to other studios, working with Tim McQueen over at UMA. And you know, he noticed my talent for playing keys. So I was like, it was easy for me to kind of like just do melodies. And since he was already good at drums, you know what I'm saying, and hip hop and all that shit, you know what I mean? I was like, all right, we can kind of like connect. And I laid down the melodies, I laid down the bass line, because those are things I was good at. And then he laid on the drums. And it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, good chemistry. Yeah. And during the way, I was learning, you know, studio stuff, you know what I'm saying, producer stuff, you know, different programs, different sounds. Because like picking sounds is just as important, and probably the most important thing about like production, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like your sound choice is like really important when you're making a track for somebody. So I just kind of, I mean, I think it was just kind of the next step, man. I really don't even know. I don't even remember how we even met. It just happened. And then from there, you know what I'm saying, I started kind of branching out and, you know, met Hatch, and, you know, I was starting to go places. But, you know, like I said, shout out to Zilla, because for years when we were working closely together at his studio, and, you know, he had some opportunities that he would provide, and I would just kind of learn. And plus, it was a passion. Music is my passion anyway, so that was like another part of it. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna do whatever I had to do to kind of learn how to become a real dope producer. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So we go from musician to producer to engineering. What makes you go? What makes you say, yo, listen, I'm going to school. I'm gonna learn how to do this. What was the?
Yo, it's funny though, because it's got to be like 3 years ago now, maybe. I had the spot I'm in now. This is my studio, where I'm at now. And we had one of our first clients. Shout out to Tavares TV. He came here with his manager, Opera Steve. Came through to that day, and that was the first time I met Opera Steve. And they came up and they had paid for a session. And at that time, myself and Aaron Boogie, we had outsourced the engineer, because I didn't really know what I was doing. The only thing I knew about Pro Tools is how to press record. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So we basically outsourced a guy. We hired a guy, and he had done a couple of sessions with us. And, you know, that one specific day he had gotten here right before the clients showed up. And, you know, I'm not going to really get into that.
I already know.
That we had a falling out that day, man. And, you know, it wasn't a good look. And, you know, at that point, you know, we weren't going to cancel the session because for Tavares, I had already produced a couple of tracks for him, and I was already working with that team. You know what I'm saying? So that was like them coming up there from Virginia, from the city. You know what I'm saying? That was a good look for like our like musical relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I don't want to cancel it. So I was just like, you know what? I know how to press record. You know what I'm saying? As long as the mic is working, you know what I mean? We can do this. And then, you know, I was trying to watch some tutorials on YouTube right before the session, just to kind of like give me a little bit of, you know what I mean? Just in case I ran into some problems, you know what I mean? So I tried my best. I was texting, I think, my man Tim McQueen, because he's an engineer and studio owner, and you know, he knew at that point a lot more about engineering about studio than I did. So, you know, he was giving me some tips, and so we got through it, man. And we explained to them, you know, what happened, and you know, that was a crazy day, man. That was a crazy day. I thought, you know, I thought
it was over.
I thought it was, well, because he, you know, the engineer had some peoples with him, and it didn't go well. And I was just like, yo, y'all gotta bounce. and luckily they did peacefully. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy what you could accomplish when your back's against the wall, right? Like,
yeah,
you probably was never thinking about doing the engineering thing. It sounded kind of the same thing with this podcast, honestly, because like we had the FM radio show, but Shad was that was him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I do what I do, help from over here, and he do his thing over there, and then shit happens and you're forced to do something. And when when your back's against the wall and it's something you're passionate about, and especially in the same realm,
yeah,
it's crazy what you could accomplish.
Yeah.
So you graduate now. Now you got the degree, right?
Yeah. So what happened was, I started, I was feeling myself a little bit after that session, so I started doing some sessions. And like I said, I started doing good at it. And I had invested in myself with some new equipment, spent thousands of dollars. You know how it is. Like you want to do something, you gotta.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out. Yeah,
you gotta spend it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta invest in your own self. You gotta believe in your own self. So I went out and got like industry standard stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff you probably can see behind me. Everything that they use in the industry, man. And I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna get this. And I was like, I'm starting to do these sessions, and I still wasn't that good. I was still going through like the growing pains. I would have like bad sessions where like the equipment would, like before I got the new equipment, like some of the old equipment would kind of fail. I would have to kind of like, stop the session, give money back, you know what I'm saying, to the clients. Like that stuff. You know how it is, like trying to get something up, build something from the ground up, man. You go through those pains, man. And I finally got it, and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do this, I started becoming a passion of mine, just like producing, just like being a musician. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna do this, I need the education behind it. I need to know exactly what I'm doing. So I ended up, looking for schools, and I found SAE, which is down in Manhattan.
Okay.
And it was tough getting in there, man, because it's like 24 stacks to get in there, bro.
Yeah.
And
price went up.
Yeah.
That shit went up. Even full sales like 50, 60 now.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
24 stacks. And I had a lot of help as far as like financial aid and grants and not grants, but different loans and stuff. But it really, school taught me. They say, if you talk to most engineers, they say that you don't really learn like the ins and outs of engineering, like the tips and the tricks or whatever, until you like out there doing it. Right. But what school did for me is it taught me like the basics. It taught me like the science behind audio. You know what I'm saying? Like why these frequencies matter.
Why you gotta have certain things at certain levels. What sounds good already because you're a musician who's trained by his ear. Like you've been around music so much that it's easy for you to tell, that sounds right, that sounds wrong, but you don't know why. And once you know the why,
right,
it's like, oh shit, this is why they do this. Had I known this before, it would have made a lot of this a lot easier. I get it.
One main thing I learned from school is that louder doesn't necessarily mean better. You know what I'm saying? Right. All you producers and engineers and musicians out there, man, like, louder is not necessarily better. There's a reason why, engineers go through all these mixing and mastering and levels and dBs and frequencies and every, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's a science behind it. There's a science behind audio, you know what I mean? And there's a method to everything engineers do, man. So
the shit that kills me is when I hear shit and it sounds like the music, like the music is filling the room, and then you got the artist coming trying to scream over it. You're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't listen to it. And the shit, you get this shit where the beat is mad loud and you can't hear the artist, or the artist is mad loud and you can't hear the beat. It's like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like,
there's definitely got to be a balance. And a real good engineer, an experienced engineer, you know what I'm saying, will be able to kind of like tell the difference. You know what I mean?
You know what our engineer used to tell us? Because I used to sit there. It's crazy because I don't know shit like technical about music, but ear-wise, I know music. Like it's weird as shit. I don't know how to play none of this shit. When I make the beats, I do my shit very simple. Like for people who don't know, it's almost like an artist who punches in every line. Mm-hmm. That's how I make my beats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I used to ask the engineer, like, yo, why you did that? Or do this and do that. And then I asked him how he did it. He'd be like, yo, if I told you, you wouldn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
I used to look at him like, yo, I'm already to smack shit out you. Tell me that shit one more time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But and then I used to tell him, how come I know what the shit should sound like? You went to fucking Full Sail, spend all this money, and the shit ain't sounding right. Like, you know what I mean? He used to be tight at me like, yo, you leave the studio. Shout out to I used to go in there and hit the button, erase all his shit. Like, yeah, that shit don't sound right. Do it. Like, come on, stop playing me. Yo, you just erased the session. Yeah, do it again. It's bad. Bad. Sorry.
Right. Yo,
you
man.
know what I'm saying? So let's talk about some of the people you work with.
I've worked with a lot of. Well, let's see. I definitely worked with, as far as artists, I didn't really, I worked with tech, but not through Zilla, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That wasn't something where I was like in the studio with him. And we kind of made that record. It was something that me and Zilla put together years ago. And it showed up, for his project. So shout out.
But that says a lot about your work too. Don't take no credit for yourself.
It was like it was a perfect marriage between me and Zilla, because like you said, like he was always real good at drums, and I was always good at like everything else, like bass lines, melodies, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of came together and we made a bunch of records. And one of them was the Zero Kill for Tech, and it actually made his project. So you know what I'm saying? That was a good luck. Shout out to Tech. You know what I mean? All of, and it was dope. Let's see. I've worked with Sienna Pelikai. She was on The Voice recently. I did actually several records for her that she's got videos out for a couple years back. Let's see. Who else have I worked with? D Weathers. I've done some stuff for him. It's just mostly like local artists, man. You know what I'm saying?
What you gotta do is get on your cocky shit one time for me, and say, Google me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get on your cocky shit real quick.
You know what?
Bring the figure Google me.
It's all good, man. Like, y'all can Google me. Y'all might find a little bit of information.
Right. Now that's dope,
man. But I've worked with a lot of just local artists, which I'm not ashamed of. That's it's all part of the growing process.
Yeah, you might make that one hit for them.
That's what I'm saying. And like most producers, man, like that I've researched, it takes them at least 10 years to get their first like industry placement. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And tech, was like my.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good placement. And again, it's tough.
Here, you know what I mean? But I do a lot of. It's not going to be my last, you know what I mean? Because I do a lot of networking. I'm always at somebody's album release party. I'm always in the city.
Well, you got a good publicist too, don't you?
Oh, Erin, yeah.
Yeah, Erin is the truth. Shout out to E Boogie.
She's a little bit of everything. She's actually like technically my my manager. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So like she's been real good at providing a lot of opportunities. A lot of the opportunities that I've gotten came through her.
Nice. Nice.
That's how we had you on the Blast Your Beat. Because I heard of you. I've heard of your beat. Like I heard of your production. You know what I'm saying? But we never like got to chop it up. And then when she, she tagged you, and then you emailed us some joints, and I'm like, yo, damn. When me and Sha heard it, that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
I've also worked with Jasmine Lopez before. I know y'all know who that is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And actually, you know what I'm saying, I've worked with producers that y'all know. Maestro, that's like my partner. I do a lot of stuff with him. We actually got some stuff placed on Day 26's project that's coming out.
Okay.
And also Rob Curry, he's releasing something. So, you know what I'm saying? I got a joint on there that I co-produced with Maestro as well. So again, a couple of stuff, and then I do a lot of sync projects for like film and television nowadays.
Nice.
It's it's just better, man. I mean, trust me, like if any opportunities come up with artists, whether they're indie or, you know what I'm saying, label, whatever, you know what I'm saying, I'll definitely take it. But working, you know, for with Nicole Sanzio for Indigi Music, working on TV and film, man, it's just a whole different like world, man. You know,
that money is different too. That money is,
and there's no middleman. It's just I don't have to wait for the labels. I don't have to wait for everybody to get paid. You know, as a producer, man, like it takes you years.
Yeah, you're the last guy that they talk to. You're the last one. Yeah, the very last guy.
Or even get mentioned. Let me ask you this. So I had the opportunity to go out with Erin on the drink when she was out here, which you was supposed to come, but you had something came up. Forgot what it was. She told me about this artist. It reminded me just now because she just said something in the comments. Tell me about this female artist. I don't remember if it was a singer, rapper, whatever, but you're working with her now.
Oh yeah. Her name is Kiki. She's like brand new. I think she's working on some names, some artist names, but she actually performed at the 116th Street Festival in the city recently, and I had a chance to flip you know, the old joint Barbie Girl.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
I flipped that and made that for her, and then you know she ended up performing that in front of, I don't know, like 300,000 people. I don't know.
There was like, who was there? Somebody like the mayor. Somebody was there. It was crazy.
Yeah, the mayor was there. A bunch of people was there. A bunch of you know.
And we talking New York City people. And hold on, because he brushed right over the fact. Shorty flew from where to record?
Tennessee. Yep, she's living out in Tennessee at the moment, and she came through, and you know, she came to my studio, and you know, played her some beats. She ended up liking it. I actually got a chance to do like creative sessions with her as well. So, and that's where a Barbie Girl came from. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Shout out to Mike De Niro. Shout out to Aaron Boogie. They were, you know, they're a part of this. You know, they're kind of like driving this whole thing. And you know, we all got together, got our idea. Thinking Caps On came out with some dope songs, and it was dope. So you know, it was a pleasure. And I got some other projects that are coming out too, with some local artists. Look out for this dude. His name is Talent. He's a R&B singer.
Okay.
And I'm doing his like about 6-song EP coming out. Got a couple other projects that I'm working on that I can't really get into right now because it's kind of like in the, you know,
still in that phase where
And let me ask you this, and I'm only asking this because you're a producer, and you don't got to answer if you don't want to. Mm-hmm. I know you know you got your business and all that. Yeah. But so we interview a lot of artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, 99% of the time, I don't never hear the artist say anything about a producer. Anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We get a producer on, 99% of the time, they're saying, yo, I worked with this artist, this artist. What is the difference to you and why?
I don't know. I that's a hard question to answer, man. I just think that most artists that I've seen and that I know, and this is not like a, this is not.
That's
like,
why I said you don't gotta answer if you don't want to. It's a hard ass question.
Yeah, this is not like a diss to anybody that I work with personally, but most artists are like so self-absorbed, man. And you know what I'm saying? They're really only worried about, you know, what they can do, what they have to do, and you know who can help them with what they need. And you know, a lot of artists, for like, whether it's on purpose, and I would have to give them benefit of the doubt. A lot of artists may not give producers their credit or shout outs on purpose. They just, you know,
maybe they don't know no better. Maybe they don't know
better. Like some people don't know no better, but the artists that do, they're just like so self-absorbed. They're just like, you know, so into themselves and what they're doing and their craft, you know what I'm saying, and getting themselves out there and everything, that they forget about the producers, and mostly they forget about the engineers, because and I think everybody forgets about the engineers, because without the engineers, like, regardless of how dope the beat is, if your shit is not mixed right,
it doesn't fucking matter.
It don't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter.
On no level. Yeah.
That's why. But I think nowadays a lot of producers and engineers are starting to speak out at the highest levels. Like, yo, pay your producer first of all. You know what I'm saying? And not only pay him, but give him credit because, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're a dope artist. You're a dope singer. You can sing. You got some skills, or you can rap, but you're going to rap without no music, no beats. You know what I'm saying? That drill beat that I just did for you, and that got you all the fucking streams on YouTube or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're not going to give no credit to the producer. You know what I'm saying? That made that beat for you.
Yeah, even if they don't pay up front, they do the split sheet, and you get your shit on the back end. Like, and that's the problem. They don't know. They don't know this shit. Like there've been plenty of times we've been around people, and people come to us before and used to try to come get beats, right? And I'm like, yo, listen, to buy the beat, this is the price. Oh, that's too much. All right, cool. This is what you could do. You could lease the beat, right? This is the price for the lease.
Yeah.
Dumb, not fucking wanting to read a piece of paper and know that they could only fucking get this many streams on this beat now because they leased it. Then they got to come back to see me 3-4 fucking times. Yeah. You could have bought the beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we could have worked something out to where, yo, listen, now this fucking beat you just got 20, 30,000 plays, and you played yourself.
Yo, what's worse than that is that a lot of these artists, especially the indie artists, man, they feel like real entitled, man. They don't want to pay for shit, bro. Like they want everything for free. So it's like, you know, they don't want to pay for studio time. They don't want to pay for beats. You know, your beats are too expensive. They don't want to pay for creative sessions. They don't want to pay. You know, I've had artists come to me and be like, bro, you know what I mean? Your beats are dope. You know, what you charge. And I tell them, you know, I have a couple of different packages. And I was like, you know, I tell them, and they're like, well, you know, put your shit. I got, you know, I don't know, 50,000 followers on IG, and your beat could be playing in my stories, or your beat can be playing on my page. You know what I'm saying? And that's good enough for them. But I'm like, bro, like I'm paying. I gotta pay bills just like everybody else. Like, what is your
the light don't get paid by no fucking.
Like, what is your
you know? Get the fuck out of here. Like,
especially when half of those followers aren't even like real
genuine followers. No. It's weird.
I'm like, what is you gonna do for me that I've already? Yo, I for the past like couple of years, especially, and even during the pandemic and a couple of years before the pandemic, I was hustling, bro. I was grinding. Like, I went to A3C, did shit down there, like started going all over the place, all over America, just like meeting, networking, meeting A&Rs, meeting producers, meeting songwriters, meeting artists, and just, you know, that's how I got my exposure. That's how people got to know me as a producer, a musician. You know what I'm saying? That's how when people would be like, yo, I need something, a sample played over. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, yo, right. Titan, because that's one of the things that he does well. You know what I'm saying? They need some melody.
He the up and coming arsonist. No bullshit. No bullshit.
Arsonist, yo.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. So when we had you on blast, because we skipped right over this, we had you on blast the beats, right? Amadeus was here.
Yeah.
You got to play your joint for him, right?
Yeah.
You didn't win that night.
Yeah, he didn't like the beat that I did for the Kardashians. He liked the song, but he didn't like the beat.
Right.
Yeah.
So you didn't win that night. You were tight, and you end up having to see him a little bit later. I forgot the time frame. What happens when you meet him the second time?
Yo, Amadeus is the bro, man. Like he's one of the. I have a few producers in the game that I look up to, and he's definitely one of them. I've learned a lot from him from a distance, just like watching his career, and his production is a lot like mine. It's very melodic. Obviously he plays drums, you know what I'm saying? He's a musician as well. And we had that in common. So when he came up, he instantly remembered me, because I think I met him a time before that.
At one of Hatch's events, right?
Yeah, one of Hatch's events. So like, we've known each other, and he came up, and it was good to see him. Like I didn't really get into, I had it in my mind.
You ain't telling me what the fuck happened.
I had it in my mind. As soon as I seen him, I was gonna be like, "Yo, bro, like you weren't feeling that beat, yo." I thought it was, I at least got to the finals, but I was like, you know what, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning experience. So when we met up, it was all good. It was all love. And I got a chance to play some beats for him, and he was like blown away, like nice. Way more than he was. It was kind of like my second chance to kind of like really, really, really.
To tell him, yo, you could have signed me, and you fucking around.
Yeah. So, so he was blown away to where the point where he was asking for more, like, oh, I'll play that, you know what I'm saying? And I played him a couple of beats with some references, vocal references on there. He was like, "Yo, just play the instrument. I just want to hear the beat." And ever since then, man, like, we're real chill. Like we talk to each other like all the time through IG. You know what I'm saying? Just about stuff. But yo, shout out to Amadeus, man. He's dope. And that day was real dope, man. It was like one of those things where it's like, yo, man, Amadeus likes your beats. You know what I mean? I'm like,
nah, that's yo. Listen, that's
shit.
no, yo, listen. We've had that feeling a couple times, just with like people on the show and shit. But I gotta ask
real quick, shot. Even we had that feeling doing those events.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Just to say, okay, yo, listen, because he told us straight up and down. He said, yo, listen, y'all gotta handpick these beats. Don't play me no bullshit. He said it. We got the clip. You go back, and we're like, yo, what the fuck? So when we got done with the show that night, me and Shot literally was on the phone for like an hour. Yo, it's game time. Like when they send their shit, normally we don't screen nothing that comes in because we want the live reaction, right? We want the people to say, oh, that shit is bad, that shit is good, whatever. But he made us change our fucking technique.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. We had to listen.
Yeah.
And to know that, all right, yo, we picked these guys. To us, y'all were all winners. You know what I'm saying? And then when he said, yo, listen, fuck it, I'm gonna sign somebody. Mm-hmm. That was like, yo, what? Like, who?
Yeah. That was
you had to bring your best shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think from what I remember, you know, whoever he was signing, he was looking for a producer with a style that was unlike anything he already had. You know what I
No,
mean?
absolutely.
He already has under his company, and I'm sure them dudes is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, whoever was picked, whoever was signed, if anyone that had to have like a totally different type of vibe, man, as you know, when it comes to production, to kind of like really impress them enough to.
Well, see, that was my pick. When I heard your music, I'm like, oh, this right up this nigga alley.
Yeah.
Like this, like so, and that's probably what hindered you was that you guys are so much of the same type of producer. Yeah. It's like, yo, I kind of got what he got already. You know what I'm saying? He's dope, but I kind of got that. And right now, I don't need extra. I'm trying to build the team that I need right now.
Right. Well, he actually helped me out that night too, because I remember him saying that you know, obviously you know what you're doing, and you know what I'm saying, you should have no problem getting placement. So I kind of took that. Yeah, I was a little disappointed, you know what I'm saying, after that, but I kind of took that, you know, and was like, you know what, I need to work harder. I need to, you know, find my sound, you know what I mean? And ever since then, you know, I think even probably a little bit before that, but especially since then, I've been able to kind of find my niche, like, you know, what makes Titan Music a dope producer, what sets Titan Music apart from many other producers. There's no other.
You know what's crazy is I wouldn't say find your niche, I would say make your niche. Because looking from the outside in, bro, like, and this is real talk, like, you paving your way, bro. The dedication, and I haven't met you personally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is what I hear from people, what I see, the dedication that you putting into what you're doing. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the man lives upstate New York, shot Poughkeepsie, goes to New York to go to school. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
2 kids, goes back up there, runs a studio, produces, goes back and produces at another studio in New York. Yeah. I'm saying all this to give him his flowers, 1. 2, to let the artist know that's how motherfucking serious you gotta be. Producers, actors, whatever. Like, yo, listen, when I put up a post that day, in order to get something, you gotta sacrifice something. Yeah. Everybody took it as, oh, he's talking about Illuminati. No, I'm talking about you're gonna have to give up something that you really want to go do. You might want to go get your haircut that day. You might want to go to the bar. You might want to go hang out with your girl, your wife. You might have to not go. You might have to focus the fuck up. There's
gonna be 100 of those times where you can't go, where it's like, yo, listen, you want one more step closer to your dream, or you want 10 steps back from your dream. Right.
And which is why I admire you even more, because he was supposed to be here in Florida, like I said. We were supposed to meet face to face. Yeah. And when they told me what happened, I'm like, yo. Yeah. First of all, if it was me, I don't know if I'm that grown to say, yo, nah, I'm not gonna go on this trip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Aaron saying you handled your business and you did what you had to do. So salute to you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I was actually, I remember I was in the last week of school right before it ended. And you know, I was all ready to go. but that last week, they were teaching about like live sound and a bunch of other stuff that I really didn't want to miss. So I was like, you know what, like,
I need to be there.
I can always go to Disney. I can always go down to Florida. You know what I mean? I would love to meet you, Chris, and your family. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully.
Now, yo, listen. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I admire about you, because you understand the time and the dedication you have to put in. You know what I mean? Salute to his significant other too for understanding that, because sometimes it don't work. You know what I mean? And again, a lot of people don't get to where they want to go because they don't give that sacrifice, that time. You know what I mean? That's like, yo, listen. Sometimes you might like, and MC Shan said this the other day when we interviewed them. He said, yo, listen, man, make music your hobby. And when he said it, I didn't understand it. I'm like, what the fuck you mean make music your hobby? He said, because you might not make it. Then I started thinking about it, right? And I'm like, you know what? But if you don't go all the way and motherfucking try, how would you ever know?
How would you ever know?
Yeah.
Music is that field that is definitely not guaranteed. It's not promised, and it is a lot of competition. There's 1,001 producers, 1,001, a million engineers, a million musicians that do what I do and do it better, have more experience than me. So a niche is very important, but I also gotta work hard, because one thing I've learned is that, just like they always say, talent beats hard, hard work beats talent. You know what I'm saying? It's not the other way around. Like, you could be the most talented, but if you got another producer that's working harder than you, he'll end up getting the project. He'll end up getting the gig. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you, who's probably a better producer, a better musician than him. You know what I'm saying, or her. But that person will get it because they just grind it. They just want it more, and that's really what it comes down to, man.
Absolutely, yo. I see it. I see it with you that you understand enough that it's like, yo, listen, there's only one way I'm gonna get it. You know, and you have the talent, and your talent, and you figured out that, yo, listen, doesn't matter that I come from a musical family. It doesn't matter that I'm nice and I can play by ear and I can do all this shit. If I don't work hard, then,
well, listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Be honest, like, nobody's gonna, and this is for artists too. Yo, nobody is just gonna discover you. Like, that whole dream, all those stories you hear about how Justin Bieber got discovered and this and that, and all these artists, like, overnight. That shit is not real. That's not really what actually happens. That's what you hear. That's a story that they tell you, but that's not the shit that happens. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, especially for these artists up here at 845, like, nobody's gonna know who you are. Nobody cares. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, like, like, you're like, yo, I'm putting out such and such an album or EP, on a certain date. Yo, who's looking for it though? Like, what legwork have you done? Where have you networked? You know what I'm saying? Have you gone down to the city? Have you done some shows? Have you done some marketing? Have you
did anything besides recording your fucking content?
Have you done some Facebook ads? Have you put money into your craft, into your gift? Like, because no matter what, as an independent artist, like, or a producer, you gotta put money into your shit in order to get people to notice you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Whether it's buying a plane ticket to go to A3C, getting a hotel or whatever down there, or paying, I don't know, $200 to get into these studios to do these like producer events, to meet other producers. All of that shit costs money. To buying equipment. The equipment matters, man. Like, especially when you're a producer and engineer, like, the equipment matters, bro. Like, if you got some broke down old equipment, that's not good. You're not going to get anywhere. But you gotta get the equipment. You gotta invest yourself and get the equipment that the pros use. You know what I'm saying? To make your shit sound like the pros. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta have the knowledge that the pros have. Because nobody's gonna want to. If you bring it as a producer, you bring your beats. That's one thing I learned real quick. I was chopping beats all over the place, and my mix wasn't really good. So I would get the same type of reaction from
response,
you know what I mean? Same type of generic. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You're dope, whatever. Keep working, whatever. And it wasn't until I started really understanding, how to mix my own beats better. And that's part of the reason why I decided to become an engineer, is so I can mix my beats better. So when I shop it to these labels, A&Rs, whoever artists, you know what I'm saying, they can hear what it's really want to sound like. Like labels and artists, they don't want to do no fucking work. They want
they want it ready to go.
They want it ready to go. They want it already mixed and mastered. That way they can just give it to their artist. They can record, push it out. They don't want to do no work.
Yeah,
you know what it is too. A lot of producers send these beats and there's no room for the artist on the beat.
Nothing. Yeah, man.
The whole track is filled. It's funny because when we started out, it was like, yo, we got the same fucking response until we hired an engineer. Until we brought an engineer on the team.
Yeah.
And then he went back through and did everything that we did. And then the response, they were biting like crazy. And it was like, yo, we played this shit for you 100 times. And you told me it was all right. And then now once you, but it's, dude, it's different when you hear it and then when you can listen to it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like you hear all types of shit, the siren, the birds, but when you're able to listen to it and hear, get the hi-hat pattern and oh snap, yo, did you hear that instrument? Oh, I wonder what that is. Once you get that, it's like cooking crack. So it's like audio crack.
The placements of it.
Absolutely.
Too, like, yeah. And I learned this from the engineer too, because like we were like you, like we try to put everything on the motherfucking beat, right?
Yeah.
And then when he starts going through it, he starts like taking shit out. Like, yo, what the fuck you doing? He's like, yo, listen, you can take it out, put it here. You can take it out, put it, and just settle little shit. And I'm like, damn, I just made that shit sound crazy. And Shy looking at me, we looking at each other like, why we like? He ain't really do nothing crazy, but make it level and sound right.
He cut the fat. He cut the fat. That's all he did was trim it out. That's it. Yeah.
As a producer, that comes with experience because, like I said, I started that way. I was putting any idea, all the chords I learned from church in the old days. You know what I'm saying? In all of my beats, and like they sounded like straight trash, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And like I started learning, you know, through different producers that I worked with, that you know were. Had more experience than me, you know what I'm saying? Just coming up, you know, the one important lesson they always told me, even though I was a musician, I was doing all the tricks and this and that and the other, you know what I'm saying? They always told me like, less is more, Ty, less is more, you know what I'm saying? And once I got that concept, like everything changed, you know what I'm saying? And like when you're making a beat, sounds like where you put sounds is just as important as the sounds that you pick, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
I remember a time he grabbed one of our beats and he made 4 beats out of it.
Yeah.
You remember that shit, Shot? We were sitting there like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
that's how many
we had all that shit in there, like, you know?
Yeah.
No, and it goes back to what he's saying. It goes back to those sounds because once you get good sounds, you're like, and sounds are so freaking important. Like, I didn't realize how important sounds were until I actually started running out of sounds, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
And you gotta keep up with technology. You got to keep up with what's going on in the industry, what these producers are doing, like all these different drum kits, like just producers. I'm looking in the camera and tell y'all this. Update your shit. Stay glued into what these producers in the industry, the producers that are producing for all these artists are doing. If you want to do that, figure out what sounds they're using, figure out where they get their drum kits from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's from anywhere. You can get them from the internet, get it from Reddit, you can get them from Splice, you can get it from, there's so many places, resources that you can get drum kits. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my dude Motif. He's got a whole bunch of samples and drum kits and all that shit on. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got to. And as far as sounds, stay up on these programs, stay up on these VSTs that these producers are using, the Omnispheres, the Contacts, the Nexus, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that shit matters, man.
You know, I don't mean to laugh. You know what it is? They get that sample shit, right? You know what I mean? And then when them 60 days is up or the 30 days is up, you fucking gotta, you know, and I'm only laughing because we did it. We did it. We literally had to restart the computer every 30 days.
Yep.
And remember, Shot, fake the fucking date in this shit.
Man, yep. Demo shit. I used to do it, man, but excuse me, you gotta invest in yourself, and one part of it is stay updating your sounds, updating your equipment, updating your drum kits. You know what I'm saying? And that shit costs.
And stay organized, because that's another thing. Because dude, I got so many sound kits everywhere that I'm talking about loops. You know, just all different types of shit, and it's like, yo, you can never. And listen, we got shit still on floppy, and no, real talk, because we've always been around it. So somehow, some way, we've always gotten it. You get what I'm saying? Like we have one of the original MPCs. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't even think we got the wires for it, but we got all the sounds for it. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? It'd be shit like that.
Yeah, man. I started with the MPC 2000.
You know what's crazy is that we had all that shit there, and then when we had a chance to use it, it was just like there. We were so and then when it wasn't there, it was like, damn, why we didn't take advantage of it?
And we didn't know what we had, right?
Well, that's what it was.
Yeah, so normally we would do trivia and then play the videos, but we was having a nice conversation, so we just gonna go right into the videos now.
Thank God.
These joints that we played, you produced.
Yep. That's right.
Okay.
All right. Do you want one in a certain order? Do you want?
And I got credit too. That's one thing I want to say before that.
Nice.
Like nice. I've been seeing a lot. You know, it's probably been happening for years, but I've seen a lot of producers lie about their shit, man. And I'm like, I don't see what's the sense of doing that. Like,
especially when you can Google it. You're gonna find out.
You can verify that shit, man. If you produce something for like major artists, your name is gonna be on there, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get credit, and you know, we're gonna be proud of you. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you sample something and you put shit on SoundCloud. That's not a placement, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get the point of like lying about it when, like, you know what I'm saying? It just kind of makes you look stupid, and people might not want to work with you as a producer. You know what I'm saying? So like, I may have a few placements, you know what I'm saying? Mostly local, whatever, just one industry, whatever. And, you know, I'm working my way up, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, yo, I did shit for LL when I might've sampled one of his songs one day and some people heard it, you know what I mean? In my hometown.
Got you.
Like, I'm not going to be like, yo, I got a placement with LL or anybody like it. You know what I'm saying? If I work with that artist or I got a chance to kind of like make some music and it got placed on an album and these, you know, they sent the paperwork, like, you know what I'm saying? When you get a placement, there's a lot of shit involved when you get that placement. It's not just you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't even find out your shit's on an album until the shit comes out.
Yeah, no, your shit could be placed
but let's let the producers know. It won't get put on an album if your shit is done correctly to where they gotta come contact you to make sure that you are okay with what's going on. Like,
listen, as a producer, get yourself a entertainment attorney. Sign up for all these different ways to get your royalties. There's like
the PR royalties.
There's literally like 7 or 8 different like major ways that producers get paid. You know what I'm saying?
16.
So you want to educate yourself first and foremost. Get yourself an attorney. Keep yourself organized, like you said, and just grind and work hard and positive attitude and just vibe, man. A lot of these opportunities I've gotten is because I'm just a chill, laid back person. You know what I'm saying? So like people when they meet me, like they're like, damn, this guy's cool. We can smoke with him, we can drink with him, and he's a dope producer. Now we can make some records.
The vibe works. The vibe works. All right, so which video you want to get into first? It doesn't matter.
It don't matter, man. Whatever you guys want to. Whatever you.
All right, I'm gonna play.
So real quick, this is called This is called Rec or Rec. Right?
Okay, go ahead.
So Rec REC means the joint is fire. WRECK means the joint is basura, no good. And the people gonna say it in the comments. You know what I mean? So they might say, yo, the beat is fire, the artist is out, or the artist is, you know what I mean? So let's see what they say. And this is the dope part about the show. People, you know, they're gonna say, some gonna say something, some gonna stay quiet and probably go in your inbox saying like, how can I get a free beat type shit? So watch them. But let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Real talk. You already know what this is. In the studio with the RecBoys, we got Titan Music in the building. We're gonna run down some of his videos. Let us know what you think. All right, rec or wreck.
Let's say they want that old tech back. Trust me when I tell you, no, you don't want that. I don't wear ball niggas, niggas, y'all.
You know, when we was coming up making our bones, yeah, we would hear the little whispers coming from here and there. But once we stopped those whispering, we didn't hear nothing else. That's it.
I know you want to kill me, but I just raised the price. You want me dead, but you gonna pay a price to get that result.
Kidnap niggas wanna steal you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Kidnap niggas wanna steal you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Kidnap niggas wanna steal you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you.
Dirty, jealous, crumb ass niggas. No getting money, bum ass niggas. The nerve of some niggas, too smart for the young good, can't teach dumb niggas. See, it's a difference between us. You gotta go through channels for me to get touched. You disturb my curly hair on my skin and bones. Just know bad news is gonna reach your home. And that's a fact, no, that's offended. Oh, you tough. You don't believe me, you gotta get burnt to know the stove is high. Nigga telling your ass why, you asking why not. Cause the Mac on this track hit harder than Khalil when colliding with running backs. Is this new clout chasing an old dick riding? Stay low, reload, keep fine.
Kidnap niggas wanna steal you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Kidnap niggas wanna steal you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Kidnap niggas wanna steal you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you.
Simple-minded, backstabbing dick blowers. Fucking flunkies, you monkey, you all shit throwers. Speaking foul on my name. You want it that bad, you can have all my fame. Take these lumps that come with it. The hate and the shots, everything that come with it. Fake bros, fake hoes, fake thugs, fake pounds, fake hugs, fake love. Back in the days, we used to play knockout. Now we just knocking you off, air you the fuck out. Sad we came up together. Family know each other, call your mother my mother. But that ain't stop you, you pop shit. Apologize later, jump ship to ask the book, come and save you. Is that the new clout chasing or old dick riding? Stay low, reload, keep fine.
Kidnap niggas wanna steal you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Kidnap niggas wanna steal you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Kidnap niggas wanna steal you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Kidnap niggas. Broke niggas don't want no cash. Kidnap niggas. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Kidnap niggas wanna steal you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you. Broke niggas don't want no cash, they just wanna kill you.
You already know what it is. Tigay RecBoys shot, Mr. Catch Rec in the studio with the RecBoys. Titan Music. That one was Text Joint.
Yeah.
What you thought about it, Chris?
That was my shit. The sample at the beginning was crazy. The drums, everything. What was your part on that joint?
I actually played the bass line. I played the choir sounds that you hear. Any strings or horns or anything that's going on, something like that. But most of the stuff, I didn't really do the drums. He kind of had the drums already made when I got there. So my contribution was really just like those choir sounds and the bass line. And
filling it in, making it fit.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, he gave you the skeletons. You put the meat on the bones.
Yeah.
Nah.
And I had really forgot about that, man, until it, came up, recently. Protect. That was something we did a while back. We just kind of, it was like part of the catalog. You know what I'm saying?
I enjoyed that one only because of the sample. I like how you guys flipped that. Once you said you specialize in bass lines and melodies, I'm like, yeah, and you could feel it. You can feel the how the space you guys were in when you heard the drums and was like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this for you. And it worked. It worked. I wanna get into all of these. So we're gonna jump right into the next one.
Yes, sir.
Chris, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's get it. You already know
it's what it is. That melody is still going through my head.
I know, me too. Yo, listen.
I'm stuck on that right now.
Yeah, yo, listen. Yeah, this one we had on the show before. We had homie on the show. I this was the first time I heard this joint, and I played it back like 6 or 7 times. Normally, I don't listen to the stuff. I just put it in the program, and when we play it. Yeah. And I get it back like that. But these all 3 I played, and I was like, oh snap. So if you already know what, like I know, share, comment, let us know what you think. This is the second one from Titan Music, all right? In the studio with the RecBoys.
And make no mistaken, you have been my greatest creation. The true meaning of patience. Yeah. Legend Monroe Weathers, the legacy I've been chasing. This is a letter to my firstborn. You the one that I would die for. For you, I give it all that I have. With a mommy, you the reason that I wanna be alive more. Be hands-on when you learn how to read and write. When your mother reads to you, tuck you in at night. I'ma teach you how to ride a bike. Show you how to tie your shoes, teach you how to fight. Proud father at all the sporting events. Me and your mother gon' be your biggest fans. My baby boy, I'ma turn you to a man. I love you more than you could ever understand.
Oh, I'm writing you this letter. This is for my firstborn child. You know that I love you. I swear I never felt this way. This is for my firstborn child. My firstborn child.
See, I don't have all the answers, legend. You gon' teach me too. My first time being a dad, I gotta learn it with you. Being your superhero is cool. My job's to give you the jewels they won't teach you in school. Rule number 1, you never put your hands on a woman. I don't care how much she gets you, don't you ever go do it. You a man, and you have to understand everyone that call you bro is not gonna be your friend. Powerful enemies gonna keep you on your toes. I'ma show you the hustle, just don't ever sell your soul. Education is key, but we not chasing degrees. You ain't gotta go to college if that ain't part of your dream. It's your life, I gotta let you live it. Your work ethic has to be the statement. You have the option to be the greatest, cause while living under my roof, we ain't doing basic.
Oh, I'm writing you this letter. This is for my firstborn child. You know that I love you. I swear I never felt this way. This is for my firstborn child. My firstborn child. I'm writing you this letter. This is for my firstborn child. You know that I love you. I swear I never felt this way. My firstborn child, my firstborn child. I swear I never felt this kind. I swear I never felt this kind. I swear I never felt this kind. Yeah, I swear I never felt this kind. I swear I never felt this kind.
You already know what it is. DJ RecBoys shot, Mr. Catch Rec.
Yo, I need that effect you got, bro. I don't even know.
I don't know. Yo, listen, no, you know what it is? Is that it takes a while. It's a delay. So when the delay hits, it's still catching my mic. That's why it's a double, but it settles itself. Yo, listen, make sure you guys check this out. Make sure you guys donate. You see this right here? Over here? Donate so that we can get that effect up out of there. Ty, listen. You guys got to get together for a part 2. There's something about you guys. I can see him listening to that and like, yeah, this is it.
The crazy part about that is that you know, him and Zach came and they wanted me to like play or flip that sample first, you know what I'm saying? And that was back when I wasn't really that good at flipping samples, you know what I'm saying? But I was still a musician, so I could pretty much play anything. So I was like, you know, we talked about it, and instead of like flipping it, we came up with the idea of like, yo, just play the shit over and add your own, you know, whatever to it.
Yeah.
That's basically that, you know what I mean? That's a lot of those sounds are in the original. I think it's a Tupac sample is an original song. So kind of like updated the sounds and, you know, threw my own little spin on it. And that's what came out. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite joints, man.
No, that shit is magical.
Were you there when they recorded it?
Nah, nope. I just made the beat. You know, they came up with the idea. I made the beat, and then I sent it to them, and they recorded it. And
no, so he had D Weathers on like last month or the month before that, and knowing his style now and hearing this, is
yeah, he can do some stuff. That the one
interesting.
I like to do anytime somebody either challenges me or asks me for a beat. I like to do different types of shit to show my range, to show how versatile I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely one of the most versatile producers you'll ever meet. You know what I'm saying? Because I pride myself on being able to do most genres. And if there's a genre out there that I don't know, I've never done, I'll go research it. You know what I'm saying? I'll go research. I did my first Arabic drill beat like a month or two back.
He said Arabic drill beat.
Yeah,
I can imagine.
It's such
how
a
that shit knocked.
And it knocked, bro. And you know, like I said, at first I had to go back and really, you know, research what drill is. And drill is very easy, you know what I'm saying? But there's a certain way you got to do it to make it hit, you know what I'm saying? And then to add like Arabic sounds in it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
I can't wait to work with you.
Yo.
Like real talk, like real, like I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I can't wait for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, why we don't have you on here? We gotta bring you back on. Like nobody say Titan was on the screen. We sitting there having a full-on conversation with him, and nobody's letting us know Titan ain't on the screen. Y'all bugging out there. But
hold on, real quick. I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest about the track, right? The girls' vocals threw me off to start.
Yeah.
To start, I gotta say that to start. Listening to it made me question, did they want it so raw like that? Because it kind of made me feel. It bring me into the song more. It was real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was asking, yo, damn, was he there when he recorded? Because that's why I want to ask you, did y'all mean to do that? Because when I first heard it, I'm like, no.
Right.
As it kept going, I'm like, damn, this shit feel real. It feel raw.
Yeah. I mean, all he told me was what it was for. It was very, very special. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, dope. You know, we're definitely gonna do this shit. And you know, it definitely came out. The record definitely was dope, man.
That's dope. Because you want the feeling, like
it
didn't start off like that for me, but it took me there, right? And that's what music should do, is take you on this fucking ride. Like when you're hearing the song and it's just like this, that shit is, you're like,
Shout out to Joyce Wood on the hook. I forgot about that too.
Yeah. Shout out the manager, the publicist of the year, making sure you answering correct.
Yeah, no, she's on it. All right, we got one more. We're gonna jump right into it. You already know what it is. DJ RecBoys Shop. Make sure you like, share, comment, tell somebody about the show. Is going down. Titan Music is in the building with the RecBoys. Let us know what you think. We'll be right back. All right, easy.
Rosella. Titan Music. I can only give you so much. I can only give you so much of me. I've been thinking about you too much. Yeah, you're all up in my head, and it's controlling me now. Don't want to fall for you. Been there, done that, crashed and burned. Your smile in those eyes make me forget all the lies you told. Hate it when you call me baby, treat me like a boo thing. I ain't know Alicia got me, I should've. And I'ma call your bluff on love. Call my girl LMA if you're trying to get boot up. Baby, my heart is folding. Got more than what I'm holding. Heartache I can't afford it. Oh, but you can call my bluff. Yeah. You can call my bluff, my bluff. You can call my bluff, my bluff. My bluff. You can call my Let's take our time, we don't gotta rush. Got a bad fool gon' crush. And I've been thinking about you too much. This kind of Tennessee, I can get enough. Can't get enough. Hate it when they talk about us. They don't know about us. How I'm just doing, don't wanna. We could live up in a palace. Boy, we got the balance. Baby, when I fall, you gon' pick me up. Baby, my heart is folding. Got more than what I'm holding. Heartache I can't afford it. Oh, but you can call my bluff. Yeah. You can call my bluff, my bluff. You can call my bluff, my bluff. My bluff. You can call my bluff, my bluff, baby.
What is shaking, my peoples? You already know what it is. DJ RecBoys Shop, Mr. Catch Rec, Titan Music in the building. Call my bluff. Yo, that was a surpriser. That was definitely a surpriser. I love the switch up. I love how it drops. Well put together. Yeah, no. Listen, like it had me hanging on the song.
Dope.
Like and that's kind of rare in music nowadays because they follow a 16 pattern with a break in the 8 and the 4. Like you kind of could tell when it's gonna break, but your breaks in that song was so like dramatic and like slap at the right. It's the right seasoning.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Who the fuck is that?
That's Sienna. The Sienna Pella guy. That was the first song he produced for her. Yeah. Well, actually, what happened was little backstory real quick. I was in a creative session with Rachel Hendricks. Shout out to Rachel. This was a while back. And we were at Drumline, and we were doing one of our creative sessions, and she was writing a song. Melody came, and we how those sessions go, man. Like you just get those vibes, and basically that's what we came up with. You know what I'm saying? And she wrote the song. I produced the beat, and then Zilla had Sienna come to Drumline, record it. He mixed it. You know what I'm saying? Did a good job on that, and then I think we have the record. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what I like? The whole thing put together very well. But what I really liked was how y'all made her use her voice as an instrument.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that for the people who don't know what I'm saying right now? Like, because Shorty was in there, she was part of the beat. It was crazy.
The basically the point of having music, as a musician or as a producer, is to really accompany the artist or the singer. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're in a live band situation, the artist or the singer is the main attraction. You know what I'm saying? You're just there as a musician to accompany, to bring that color. You know what I'm saying? That flavor, but you're really supposed to be in the background. You know what I'm saying? The singer, the vocalist, the artist is supposed to shine. It's the same thing when you're producing a record. You know what I'm saying? That's why like sound selection and all that stuff is so important, because you don't want to put so much in there to where now the artist wants to do something, wants to kind of like color it up a little bit, do some riffs, and he or she can't because there's too many sounds that are like taking up the space. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You never as a producer, you never want to have to like put all these sounds in it to where you're fighting the artist. You know what I'm saying? You want to put stuff in there that complements whatever the artist is doing. You know what I'm saying? So in that type of song, I made something very simple chords. You know what I'm saying? Put a little like 808 in it. You know what I mean? And the drums were like really like on the hip hop side, even though it was like an R&B song. You know what I'm saying? It
was kind of popish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like in 3 different lanes.
Yeah, cross genre, and put a couple of chords in it. It wasn't crazy, and then as you grow as a producer, you'll know like how to kind of put those like defining sounds in there that when people hear it, like they hear it like subconsciously, but it
draws them in.
So like if you hear that high sounding sound that I put, that kind of follows a little bit of what she's doing. Like you can call my bluff, you know what I'm saying? I put that in there just to like spice it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because her voice was topping.
Right, but it's
I heard it.
It's very light, and the whole
there
thing.
Was one or two times in there where Drozilla didn't catch that, where she, but the beat took it off.
Right. So it's like it's very like there's a method in how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So like whenever I make my track, no matter what type of genre I'm doing, I always try to keep the artist or the songwriter in mind, and not
focal point
overboard, and kind of just really methodical with my sound selection, my sound placement, where I put drums, what types of kicks or snares I'm using for what type of beat I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not just simple as just going into Logic or FL and just putting a whole bunch of sounds together. It's really like a science behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice.
See, what's crazy is I don't know what the technical word for what the fuck I just said, but I know what I heard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the fuck them up. Even Shah be there with us. And Shah be like, nah, that shit is and they be looking at us like, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. But go ahead, do it. And they do it, and they're like, oh, that does sound better. Okay.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know how to fucking do it on that shit, or the technical term for the shit, don't mean I don't know how that shit should sound. But
to be honest, one more thing real quick is that, you gotta really keep like your ear to the ground. You gotta really want to know what's going on with music right nowadays. And a lot of music is simple. Like when it comes to the actual like music part of it, I think R&B is definitely starting to come back. Like that real, like
that Diddy joint wasn't it though? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, I didn't really like that.
Sorry to cut you off.
I didn't like that either. But you know what I'm saying? But still, like if you hear most beats, man, they're on the simpler side. Not too many sounds, but the sounds that they do use, it complements whatever the song is so well. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you really want to do. Is you don't want to overpower. You don't you want people to appreciate the music, but you want people to appreciate it to where it's underneath the artist and it's complementing whatever the artist is doing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you got yourself a good record. You know. So. Yeah.
And not only that, it's feeling, right? And I think all of us agree on this. I think as producers, sometimes we try to chase a sound of what's out there, and we yo, damn, we don't want to sound like that. We want to sound something like it, but people need to know it's us. But we lose track on it's the feeling of the music.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could get some shit that totally is not sounding nothing like what's out, and give it to somebody. One of our beats was like that. It was crazy, off the wall. Everybody was sending it to said, we can't do nothing. We can't. We send it to some kid from North Carolina.
Yeah.
And him and his boy went on the beat crazy. We started giving it to people after that. Yo, listen to what they did. And they'll say, we didn't even think about doing it like that. It was the feeling that we had that when they heard it, they caught a feeling, and what they did to it was totally opposite than what we even envisioned.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it worked.
Yeah.
But thank you for chopping it up with us, man. Dope conversation. Got to learn a lot more about you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your time, man. Yo, this is a dope platform, yo. Like I said, I watch our show all the time.
Yo, listen, we're definitely fans, and Aaron, we're in the loop with Aaron, and Aaron keeps us abreast to all the stuff that you're doing. Yeah. I'm proud of you, homie. Not only that, I'm glad that we actually got you on here, Dolo. You get what I'm saying? To actually get into the raw grits of who Titan music is and why your sound is the way it is. Like I said, I enjoyed tonight. I enjoyed all the music that you brought through. You know what I'm saying? And knowledge that you gave too was very knowledgeable, especially for a lot of artists. I wouldn't even say producers, more so artists, dealing with producers.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So yo, listen, shout outs to you.
Yo, shout out shout out to Engine Room Audio. You can catch me down there engineering on Thursdays. Shout out to the Hub Studios in Yonkers. You can catch me on Tuesdays all day. I engineer down there too. If you need studio time, I still got the studio in Poughkeepsie where I'm here now.
What's the name of the studio in Poughkeepsie?
Apollo Studios. That's my joint.
How can I get in contact with you for these services?
You can go to Titan Music across all platforms. You can DM me anywhere, Facebook Messenger, DM my IG. I'm not going to give out my phone number on there. But,
yeah, don't do all that.
Yeah, you can always, if you need studio time, you can DM. Actually, I have, if you go on square.com, I have online booking now. So you can go on there and you can actually book sessions for Apollo Studios online now.
Well, listen, drop all the all your media stuff in the inbox, and we'll post it to the page. That way, people watch the interview, they can go back to the page and tap in with you and see what's shaking.
Yeah.
But I definitely
real quick because I want to extend my hand to him for this. We have producer self-service coming on for another Blast Shit Beat event. I don't know if you know who self-service is.
Yeah.
But what I want to do, I haven't even spoke to Shad about it, but I want to extend my hand to you and say, you want to come on for that event without even sending no beats to us, for us to what you call it. And
I would love to, man. It's an honor, man. It's an honor, B. Appreciate it.
What do you think, Shad?
No, yo, listen, I'm with it. Yo, listen, now he just told you one half. He didn't tell you Doc-ish is gonna be the other guy.
No. So we're doing two different events. So
I've learned, break it down to him.
What I've learned is when we did the Jimi Kendrix and Fan of the Beat is I should have turned that into two events.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is it's more personable when you just got that one guy that you could get the info from. Jimmy was given a good direction, and so was Fan of the Beat, but it was two different directions, and I felt like the producers were being drawn two different ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got one with Doc is coming. We got one with producer self-service. So whichever one you want to do, you let me know. As soon as we get dates and all that, either one you want to do, you're ready. You're one of the first producers in there.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. For real. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Definitely. All right, my G, be good.
Yes, sir. You too, man. Take care, y'all.
Yeah, be good.
Yes, sir.
Dope interview. Like really, really dope interview, homie. Like, what you felt about it?
No, it was good. It was good to get to know him. You know what I'm saying? And get to speak to him and see. Because I know from social media, right? So I see what they're posting and what they're talking about, you know what I mean? And what other people are telling me. And now to actually chop it up with him, you know what I mean? And again, like I said during the interview, to not know, but to see the journey that he's been on and what he's been, the work he's been putting in and the sacrifices he's been making, you know what I mean? Yo, he's right there. It's going to happen. He's going to look up one day and be like, yeah, everything I worked for is here.
I think it's happening. It's slowly,
Right.
but the rock is rolling, and as it keeps rolling, it gets bigger and bigger. I'm definitely proud of him. Like I said, just to see where he just that little bit of time where he's gone. You get what I'm saying? To having his own studio, to working at 2 other studios besides his own studios, by getting the sync placements, by just doing a lot of like super dope stuff. That is like, you know what? I'm definitely proud of homie. Definitely proud.
You know what's crazy? If they didn't get nothing out of this interview, get that when you're doing what you love, it's not considered work. That man puts a lot of time, and it's not considered work to him because this is what he loves to do.
Nah, yo, listen, he's dedicated, and that's what it takes. You know, and like I said, we need more guys like him on the show, just to break up the monotony of, you know, of some of the celebrities we get and some of the regular artists. We need down to earth producers who we can actually have, who have a backstory to actually tell and are on the rise. You get what I'm saying? But dope show, super dope show. How'd you feel about it?
Not dope show, definitely dope show.
Nice. What you got for me next week, man?
Not telling you nothing yet. I don't know, man. Yo, you know what's crazy, man? Nah,
that's how you feeling?
Some of these celebrities be crazy, man. It's crazy. Even some of these independent artists be crazy. Like, but you never know. Next week might be a solo show. We might have somebody, might not. I don't know. But definitely tap in Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Bashad. They catch it Saturday, right?
8 p.m. Blaze them up radio. And if you don't know, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Yo, listen. That's right. You got me all the way fucked up. If you guys don't check the replay or tell a friend, because we in the studio back again. Yo, listen, dope show. I had a good time. Once again, kudos to you for booking a dope guest. Kudos to Titan Music and Boogie in the building. Shout out to Aaron Boogie, man. We love Aaron Boogie so much. You know, she's like, we gotta get Aaron back on the show. We gotta get Aaron. I think we owe Aaron and Deb for that interview. So
yeah, actually that aired last week. If y'all didn't catch it, the interview with the RecBoys and Engineer Radio, I believe it's going to streaming platforms next. So as soon as we know, we'll let y'all know. That was a crazy interview.
That was a good time.
And Sean wasn't even drinking. That was the crazy part. But we definitely got to do something, man, and see what happens.
Yes, sir. All right, that is our time. 3.5 hours. Yeah, buddy. All rec, all real. Well, yo, check this out. That is our time for this week. Make sure you guys check the replay. Blaze them up radio. Listen, if you want to donate, look, it's right over here. It's over here, right here. Like, share, comment. Let us know what you think about the show, what we need to improve on, who you want to see on the show. But that is our top. Sorry, cursing ass. Yo, listen. Oh, yeah. I was on one that day. I was definitely. Well, you got me. Aaron, calm down. You got me. You got the
no wonder she don't want to be our publicist, man. You can't stop cursing.
I can't stop saying nigga. You know what I'm saying? But
yo, listen, we need y'all to go tag Aaron. Tag the shit out of Aaron. Tell her to, be the RecBoys publicist. She's playing games with it. It took me to get her a year and some change to get Titan on here. So we need to bug her for another year, 2 years.
I know. Yo, listen. Aaron, I think we marketable. We come with our own merch. We come with our own logo and all that shit. I think we're pretty marketable. I'm just saying. I think we're pretty marketable. I don't think you're gonna have to do too much.
Deb said she wasn't editing this.
I know. See, but she said that. But yo, listen, that is our time for this week. We love you guys. Catch us next week, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. in the studio with the RecBoys. We out. All right. We love you.